Okay, what do we got here? What have we got? I think we may have us a crappie. I'm doing something today that I normally do in the hot summer months. There we go. There we go. But fishing's been a little tough. We've had a lot of rain and water's up and everything, and they just kind of got a little bit of lockjaw. So this is kind of my little search recon way of doing things right here. Little crappie right there. Is pulling these cranks. I'm going back into these coves and I'm casting out, and this is a 5-inch Berkley Flicker Shad, and I'll run this thing about 11 feet at 1.5 mile an hour if you got the gist of it. But anyway, this seems to work, and if I get into a group in a certain place or whatever else, then I'll know that those fish are concentrated back there, and then I may be able to throw some plastic or whatever and catch a few more fish. So anyway, that's first fish in the boat, and we'll see if we can catch a few more. What do you say? Come on with us on today's G3 Sportsman. Glad you guys are with me. I'm not sure really what caused me to get out and do this today of all times. This is usually a July, August kind of hot method that I like to do, is pulling cranks. I mean, other people I'm sure use them different times of the year and whatever, but I haven't been over here. I'm actually at Stockton Lake, and it's pretty close to the house, and so I haven't been over here in a while. And of course I called around like anybody else does and said that the fishing's kind of slow, so I figured what better way to recon than to just get in these coves. I haven't really come up with a pattern or a depth or anything right yet. That's something that I'll have to work on, and that'll all come due in part to if I catch any fish. So the thing about this, you've got to get a pattern established. I mean, are they wanting the rocky banks? How deep they want it? What areas of the lake? I mean, it's tough. It usually takes a couple days to figure this out. I'm trying to do this in the morning, in just a morning. That feels like a keeper. So there's a lot of variables. I mean, they're really, that's crappie. It's just a lot to try to figure out. It's not just come out here and run up and down the banks or whatever and you expect to catch fish. It's one of these things that this time of year, just what kind of depths are they in? What kind of bank? Is it a sloping contour? Is it a sharp contour? These are things I'm going to have to figure out, and I'm going to measure this fish, but I think he'll keep. But I'm going to try to keep a few for my supper anyway. But hey, that's fish number 2, and I hadn't been out here that long, so let's just see if I can figure something out. And what else we got to do? It's a beautiful day. Let's just keep fishing. What do you say? We'll get this fish unhooked, get him in the well, and I'll be right back. Tell you how I'm doing this. I'm casting this back behind the boat, and then of course I hit the trolling motor. I try to keep this at about 1.5 mile an hour. That puts that little 5-inch flicker shad in about 10 to 11 feet. Right now I'm in 20 foot, and I caught a crappie. So then I just thread this out where, I don't know, about 75, 80 feet. It's not a exact science of how far, but if I can see that, in 1.5. And then I just kind of parallel the bank and hope for the best. Really, that's what I'm doing right now until I can find some sort of rhyme or reason as to where these crappie are. So you can see the bank right there, what I'm looking at. That's a rock bank over there, old shelf rock. See if he'll keep. Let's see if he'll keep. I believe he will. Okay, now what have we got in common right now? About 17 feet. First one was in 17. Second one was in about 20. This one is in 17. And if you could see right over there, we got that rock, that shelf rock. That's what I have in common right now. So any of this about 15, 17, 18 foot deep, run my baits 10 to 12 foot deep. Along that shelf rock right in there, that's where the crappie may be. So maybe, just maybe, I've established a pattern. So put him in there and let's see if this pattern works. See what we got. See what we got. He ain't come up. It's almost kind of whitey. He hadn't come up. He hadn't come up, so I'm thinking it's white bass. Yep. Yep. Yep, that's one of the things that you'll have to contend with is these white bass, because they will get you, no doubt about it. Hey, still fun though. This is, you can see it. That's what he spit up right there. Them little bitty minnows. See that? That's what he spit up. All right, wrong species. So let's see if we can catch us a crappie now. Fish on. Oh, right around some of these stumps. I don't want him to get in there. Yeah, come on. There he goes. Felt him bounce off one of them stumps. Look here, I'm not, do I even need to say it? Look what's out here. The rock. That old shelf rock. That's what it is right there. That shelf rock. There you go. Another, ow. Another 11-inch crappie. Just a good eating size right there. Good times. You know, this may not be for everybody, you know, to come through and throw out a little flicker shad and just run up and down the coves or whatever. But you know, on a hot summer day, you know, it beats the heat. You're moving, you got a little wind going. You know, yeah, is it more fun to be in a concentrated area and dip trees and catch a bunch of fish that way? Well, of course it is. You know, but this is another alternative to where you can kind of recon, go through an area right there, maybe get on a few fish, and then you can single out that area to where you're trolling, catching these fish. It's a fun time. I've caught several. I'm gonna finish up my limit, but that's all I'm gonna spend time with you guys. I'm gonna get on out of here, maybe catch a few more for my supper, and appreciate it as always, you guys coming along with me. It's been a lot of fun catching these crappie on these little crankbaits. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you somewhere next week, right here on the G3 Sportsman. Keep what you can use, release the rest, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.